Welcome to the Best Damn Podcast. This is your host, Jill Lagan, CEO of the Boulder City Chamber of Commerce. In each episode, we will highlight what makes Boulder City, home of the Hoover Dam, the ideal place to operate your small business, explore world-class tourism attractions, and discover why we are the perfect place to live and unwind. All right, today we have a special guest, a very special guest as far as I'm concerned, because I'm very grateful to have her in our working life. And so today we have Miss Angie Rafferty, and she is with the Bourbon Babe, and I cannot wait to learn more about her business and about her. So welcome, Miss Angie.
Thank you for having me.
So I don't know if anybody realizes this, but Miss Angie is also the office administrator for the Boulder City Chamber of Commerce. And so we are glad to have her in that capacity. But I'm so excited to learn about her business and her being an entrepreneur. And I hope that you are too, because I think that allows our listeners to understand exactly what entrepreneurs go through and some of the benefits that being a part of the chamber brings. So today, Miss Angie, will you tell us a little bit about what is the Bourbon Babe?
I'm a mobile bartender. I do private parties, themed events. Mixology classes are some of my favorite things to do. I love what I do. I don't know.
You are having fun. I can see the creativity in you, which makes a lot of sense why you enjoy doing this, so that's perfect. Okay, so who is your client? Who do you serve at the Bourbon Babe and your mobile bartending business?
Anyone who wants to have an experience in their private parties, because it's not just drinks and making them and talking to your guests. I do try to cater also to themes and make drinks that fit the theme and taste good.
Yeah, I have noticed that for the little experience I've seen in the two different events that you were at, you really do make a difference as far as the creativity. It almost has a vibe to it when you're there with all of your drinks, and it just depends on also the cup. I couldn't believe how much difference it makes in the cup. If it's clear and you've got colors and it's fun and inviting, and also watching you as you're making them and people stand there and it's part of the experience. So it really does add to the event.
I have a lot of fun doing it.
And so I know that from what I have witnessed also, you're able to do it with liquor or without. So it does not have to be. It can be an experience for a family that have kids that are drinking. It can also be, you can bump that up, and it can be more of a corporate event style. So give us some ideas of what it is you do?
So my favorite thing to do is create custom cocktails, whether it's the colors that need to go with it for a ribbon cutting I've done, or the theme. Like I have another ribbon cutting coming up where it's pinball, so I'm trying to make it all the drinks pinball themed, whether it's the colors, the titles, the names, what's in it. And it really just depends. If it's non-alcoholic, the important thing is to make the drink still taste like it is, so you're not missing the alcohol. I can also do dirty sodas or Italian sodas.
I noticed that at the last one, it was a combination of different juices, and you were almost doing a little bit of an experiment. You're like, okay, tell me how that is. And so it was fun getting the feedback from the guests too.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I've been doing this for 25 years, so learning what tastes good together is important.
And you also teach classes as well, correct?
Yes, I teach the mixology classes.
And so what does that look like? Do you just have a group of people that they're maybe at their home bar and you're giving them ideas of how to mix drinks? Tell me what that looks like. I've never seen that.
So that's a different experience. So what I do is the person who books with me, we talk about what they want to learn how to make, what they or their group want to learn how to make. I have a client that has booked me multiple times because she has her girlfriends over, her family over. And so I'll go to their house, and we already have the list of drinks made. I laminate a card for each person. Each person gets to take home a shaker, a jigger, a strainer, and one of them stir spoons.
Cool.
And so we sit there and we go through making it, and it's an hour-and-a-half class. We make 3 drinks. They still have time in between drinks to drink them. I can take photos for them. I take them for myself as well. But it's a lot of fun to just sit there and make jokes while you're teaching somebody how to make drinks.
Yes, and your creativity shines on that. You have a very creative mind. And so even just from the placard that's sitting there that talks about whatever the event, the special drink is of the night, which we tend to see that at major events or at special weddings, but you do it on every event, and it just seems like it adds to the event. It's almost part of the decor.
Yeah. For the mixology classes, that placard is there, but for private parties, I always make a menu, whether it be I make it and I put it in a frame. Or I have another company, I have a couple of girls that I absolutely adore, and they do acrylic menus for me.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so those are really awesome, especially for a wedding or an 80th birthday party. Then they get to keep that forever.
Yeah. What a cool idea. That is a great concept. Okay, who is your target audience? You obviously do Boulder City and Vegas. You'll travel for wherever. But who traditionally would hire you? I know that you have so you've done it for a couple of ribbon cuttings. And so maybe a business owner that's looking to do some kind of a special event, a grand opening, a ribbon cutting, an anniversary, a reopening. I would imagine that it's also for, like you said, for a couple of girlfriends that they've got something special going on at their home. And obviously weddings. But so you could do children's party. Absolutely.
I've done some children's parties before with the non-alcoholic drinks. I did an 18th, there was a pair of twins and their 18th birthday and graduation happened. So I had mocktails as well as cocktails for the adults. Of course, I made the adults wear wristbands because I didn't want to check IDs 20 billion times. But I'll cater it to whatever they need. I have done them I did them for a 100th anniversary for a florist. Also, that was a lot of fun because I would top them off with rose petals, edible rose petals.
Oh,
rose
yeah.
petals.
There's a lot of edible flowers that I don't think we really think about. And so I can see graduation parties. I can see bar mitzvahs. There's just no end to the amount of opportunity. What's your favorite part of it? What do you like best about doing your work?
Creating the cocktails is one of my favorite parts. I like to create them. And don't get me wrong, mixing cocktails has always been something that's always been a blast for me. I've been doing it for 25 years.
Oh, wow.
But creating the cocktails is where I get to be creative. I get to think about the client, what they want, what they need, and the theme that it goes to. So if I need to make one that's specific, I had a bachelorette party and she said her favorite was vodka and she wanted it to be glittery.
Oh,
so
cool.
I called it the Crystal Kiss. It was pink. It was a little pink, but it also had edible glitter in it. So after you shake it and you pour it, the glitter's swirling for a minute.
Oh, that's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
it was a lot of fun.
And so you can't get sick from eating glitter?
No, it's edible glitter.
How fun.
I make sure everything is edible. I'm not just throwing little bits of random glitter my kids have.
Yeah, I can hear some different movies or comedies that in the back of my mind. Oh no, you got glitter in your teeth.
No, this is really fine. It's really fine, and don't even notice you're drinking it. And it's not a lot. It's enough to just make it swirl.
How pretty. Oh, that's cool. I love that concept. Okay, so you, in your creative storytelling, you have had a lot of experience. You can give us an idea of, I would imagine in business, you've had an aha moment as you have interacted with all of these individuals. Has there been something that has allowed you to go, there's a reason why I do this job?
Like I said, I've been bartending for 25 years. Halloween is one of my favorite holidays. And last Halloween, 2 Halloweens ago, when I was working at a bar, I was there for 5 days. It was all of Halloween week. I did a different costume every day.
Oh, goodness.
It made it so that people would keep coming back in just to see what it was. And then, of course, I would tailor my responses to the costume. So I was the Mad Hatter one day.
Yeah.
I was tossing candy around. We were making it fun. And yes, I mixed drinks, but it was just a blast. And I realized some people just want to drink. But a lot of people really want to have the experience, the one-on-one with people. They want to see your personality shine if you have one.
Again, what we have known, and it's just a kind of an unknown experience for me, but I would imagine we see the movies and we see in life that the bartender tends to also be the confession receiver and the counselor and the marriage therapist. And so I'm sure you've got a lot of those experiences too. And we don't want to go there because we don't want to lead.
Well, I do have a minor in psychology, so that helps.
That's true. So you're meant for this, right? Yeah,
Yes.
I find it fascinating that I imagine you've heard so many different stories, but I think too, as a mom, having your kids witness that you have made something out of your life experience, you have created something so magical as something that makes people's lives better. This is part of entertainment. People love that kind of thing. They're witnessing you doing good things.
Yes, they are. And my oldest actually bartends with me sometimes. I've trained her to do the job when I can't do it.
Yeah.
Whether I'm working all day or have late night meetings or whatever the case may be, she'll fill in for me. And we've done a couple of events together, and everybody loves that.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, mother-daughter bartenders.
Well, we look alike too, so it helps.
That is awesome. I love that. And I'm sure she totally appreciates what it is you're doing. And it's giving her experience as an entrepreneur as well. Okay, how is it that you create these cocktails? I would imagine you interview the client, you get to know who and what they are, ask them if they have a theme, but there's got to be something to it. Maybe you just draw on experience. How is it that you come up with whatever mocktail, cocktail it is you're making?
It is drawing on experience, but it's also taste testing. I do taste test a lot. So even if I'm just hanging out with friends and I'm like, okay, what do I have? Let's see what I can throw together. Let's see what happens. Like I found out that Crown Vanilla and cream soda, really good combination. It sounds like it'd be too sweet. And it is sweet, but it's a really good combination because it almost tastes like a root beer float. It's really good.
I do love A&W root beer floats, but I can't say that I've tried the others, and I'm going to take your word for it. So that is great. And we referenced the fact that you do mocktails as well. How is it that you try to include everybody in what it is you service? Because this is a customer service that not everybody would think that they need and utilize. But give me an idea of why everybody could utilize you.
I had a party once where we only planned an alcoholic menu. And then there were kids there. I guess they weren't expecting the kids or something. So they came up and were like, what can I have to drink? It's a matter of looking at what I've got. I had orange juice, pineapple juice, and cranberry juice. I threw it all together. They loved it.
Oh, yeah, perfect.
It was just juice.
And kids think they're getting something special.
Exactly. Because if you're mixing it together and then you stir it, it looks like you're putting something together.
And then they feel included, but I would imagine sober drinkers, not always do they want to be called out for being the person that's excluded or the odd man out. And so this gives them an option too.
I've also done like a raspberry puree and a little bit of and top it off with Sprite. So it's like a raspberry Sprite. I mean, it's not hard to mix these things together. You just got to figure out what might taste good.
Yeah,
it's trial and error, and then you just tweak it if you need to.
And that's where your talent and skill comes in, because I would imagine not everybody has that ability to have the forethought of what works together. My daughter and I were at an event just on Saturday night, and went over to the bar, and they had no water, they had no soda, it was alcohol only. And I was like, are you kidding me? So I literally, can I just have a cup of ice? And he goes, what, do you want me just to put a splash of cranberry juice in there? I'm like, yeah, please. Why would somebody have not have thought of that? I realize this is Vegas. I know that there were other people in that room that didn't drink alcohol. And I was like, man, they really didn't think through who their guests were. And it actually made me, as I was reviewing our information with you today, I thought, you know what, I'm so glad somebody thinks about being inclusive of everybody, because not everyone chooses to have alcohol in their life. And so this is a perfect way for everybody to be included and for you to be able to service and open up this opportunity for all.
Unless it's just a straight liquor bar, they're always going to have some sort of mixer. Always.
Yeah, I thought
and so there's ways to get around not drinking. I don't drink much. So when I don't want to drink, I need to find something else.
I would think that they just want people to stay hydrated. So if not having a bottle of water.
Especially here.
Yeah, it was different. Okay, so Ange, we need to know a little bit more about who you are. I love to learn about the person behind the business, the couple that were driven to start a business, the single individual that is looking to start a business. What is it that is all about the driving force that puts you here? What was your first job?
Oh, my first job, I was a server. And I learned very quickly that the experience is what people are tipping you for.
Right.
Yes, get the food out on time and get it out correct. Pay attention to them, but it's the experience. Having the ability to talk to people, the ability to engage with them and interact with them and even talk to them on a somewhat personal level is huge. People will always remember that. And that's
Customer service 101. And you learn that very early on. And you learn if you're not good at it, because not everybody is. I'm super sorry to say that, but it's not for everyone. Not everyone enjoys it. And I would imagine that you learned very quickly if the kitchen's behind, if something's delayed, if something's missing, the way that you present that, the way that you interact with that guest can make all the difference. They'll
100%.
live through that if you're able to
100%. Everybody, I've noticed, yes, there are the exceptions, but for the most part, everybody is a decent human being. And as long as you're treating them with respect and honesty, it's not going to be a problem. I've noticed the issue usually arises when the server's not telling the customer what's going. Hey, your food's coming. I promise. I put it in. It's going to be a few more minutes. The kitchen's behind. And they're usually very understanding about that. Now, if you're ignoring them, they're going to get mad. Yeah. And rightfully, because then they're feeling like they're being ignored.
I have even eaten at a location that the length of time we were there was horrible. The food wasn't even that great, but our server was dynamic, and we were so grateful for that. And I did go back to try it again because the customer service was there. So I appreciate the fact that you realized that was first jobs leave a great impression in life.
They really do.
And so what is something that somebody may not know about you? We don't know you too well yet, so tell us a little bit about what's something we don't know.
Well, after the Army, I spent 10 years as a paralegal. I actually graduated college the same year my daughter graduated high school.
I love that.
It took me a little while. I was a single mom.
Yeah.
I just wanted to show my kids it's never too late to go for what you're going to go for. And everything you do in life, everything is a learning experience, and you can grow from it. Whether it's you have a kid at 19 and you're raising her by yourself, or you join the military to try and make a better life for your family, it's important that they understand that everything is a learning experience, and living your life regretting any of the mistakes you might have made isn't going to help anybody. It's just you've got to learn from them.
Yeah, it was a lesson. That's one of those experiences in your life that's built you to who you are today, and they'll see that as well. Do you have something that one of your parents or both parents have taught you that you are still using today, or that you're maybe teaching your kids?
Oh, yeah. My dad has been a major factor in my life. He's actually my stepdad.
Oh.
But I didn't know that until I was 18. He never treated me any differently than my siblings. He always looks out for and takes care of me. So he taught me discipline and respect and honesty. He was in the Air Force. And because of that, I have the discipline and I have the respect, and I am an honest person. Sometimes too honest, but at least honest. But because of that, I've been able to accept and love everybody else's kids like they're my own. My ex-husband's son that I still absolutely adore and take care of once in a while. I love these kids.
Right.
Even if they're not biologically, they don't have to be biologically mine for them to be included. And so because of that, my daughter feels the same, my kids feel the same way. They've never felt, they have different fathers, and they've never treated each other differently. They've always looked out for each other. They still do.
And I would imagine that helps them appreciate and understand other individuals as well. Everyone's story is a little different.
Yes.
And yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me. And I'm glad to know that he was such an influence in your life. And please tell him thank you for his service as well as yours. I hadn't said that as well. We appreciate that. And the fact that to talk about you spoke of integrity and courage and all of those factors that the military and any of the services provide to our young people is so vital. And we need them. And it's also nice to know that they become great individuals and are wonderful citizens as well. So, Ange, what book are you reading right now?
I listen to audiobooks at work every day. You know this.
Yes, I'm fully aware.
Especially when I'm having to go, hold on, I can't pause it. I need new headphones. I listen to everything from fantasy to science fiction to, like right now, I'm currently on The Fifth Wave. It's a reread because it's an audiobook. I won't listen to anything brand new or read a brand new book while I'm working because I can't do both. I want to completely focus on work. But having that in my ear makes it so that the distractions are minimized and I'm able to focus.
That is so funny because it would totally drive me nuts, and I would start listening to that, and then I wouldn't be doing my work. So I find that fascinating because I know quite a few people who listen to classical music while they're working because that creates that ability for them to focus, and I'm the opposite. So that's a skill set you guys have developed.
I can't listen to music while I'm working because I'll just start dancing and singing along and annoy the whole office, which is exactly what they want.
She's singing again.
I started singing, I think it was right after Christmas. I started singing I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas because it popped in my head. And so then that was stuck in Michelle's head the rest of the time she was there.
The volunteers are like, please stop her. All right. Very cool. I think that's awesome. And is there anything else that you would like to share? I know that you've got a lot of skills and a lot of talent and a lot of experience, but is there another key point about the Bourbon Babe that you want us to know about?
I mentioned it earlier, the way my dad raised me, that I'm extremely honest. So I always put it out there when I'm talking to clients where they go, okay, so what are your rates? $85 an hour. What does that include? It includes me being there. What if I need you to get alcohol and mixers and everything else? I'm going to buy it for you if you want me to, but that'll be at your price plus 30% for my time and gas. So I will always do my best to try and be honest so that they're not getting fees that they didn't expect.
Right, up front.
So everybody always gets a full estimate that they can look over and approve before we move forward. Because I know money's not easy to come by for some people, and I get that.
Right.
So if I need to work around a few things, I can do that. I can give you some tips and tricks to make things a little better for you. I can tell you where the best prices for certain things are, or I can adjust where some purees are more expensive than others. I can adjust the recipe a little bit to make it fit into your budget.
So then I am picking up that not only will you bring the product and the inventory it's needed for that evening, but you also give them the option. They can supply everything and you just arrive and serve their drinks.
Right. If they want to supply everything, I give them a full menu. Exactly how much of what they'll need for however many guests they have and the amount of time that I'm serving.
Okay, that makes sense. And I think it gives people options, so then they can provide the product and the whatever type, like you said, whether it's a stronger puree or a more organic or any of those kinds of things.
It's less of a guessing game too, but a lot of things that people don't realize is I do offer event concierge service, which is basically, okay, so I need a band, I need a photographer. All right, I've got 300 bands, I've got 60 photographers, I've got people that I can bring in to fill whatever need you have. You need tables, chairs, you want glassware instead of plastic, I can do that.
Oh, and that's just because of your connections over all the years.
Correct.
Oh, very good. Yeah, you're a wealth of information and a true resource for their event.
I won't plan your wedding, but I'll help you reach out to the people you need to reach out to.
Yeah, I've been down that wedding planning business route. That's emotional, I will say that. Lots of work and emotions. Okay, you now have been with the Chamber for, 4 months?
Mm-hmm.
And so you've gotten to know the inside version of the Chamber and what goes on the daily, and then also as a member, what goes on for the members, benefits and other programs, and working with other businesses and collaborating within the Chamber investors. And so share with me a little bit, what do you see in the two sides? And this is going to trip you up on this question, but So from the entrepreneur side, what are the benefits? Why would you recommend the Chamber to others? But then on the internal side, you see the inner workings. You know how hard you're working. Can you give us an idea of both sides of that?
On the entrepreneur side, I can tell you honestly, I'm about to do my 3rd ribbon cutting, and I've only been a member of the Chamber for 4 months. And that's because they found me through the Chamber. When you join the Chamber, you have access to the directory. So you're able to see who can provide what service, and then you can work together, and it's really rewarding. It really is. Not to mention the ribbon cutting, the podcast, the extra benefits of being able to throw your logo out there. My logo's up in the Chamber
lobby.
Thank you. Chamber lobby on the TV. It's one of the ones that flashes up there because of my membership. Being able to, I have my coupons that go in the welcome home packets we send out every quarter. It really is rewarding. Dee Dee has an ad in the Chamber lobby on the TV on the Atmosphere TV.
And I would imagine there's plenty of other Mary Kay ladies here in Boulder City, but she's the one that gets the attention and is the splash at the chamber office. So when new people are coming in, she gets to talk to them. And if they're looking for services, she's right there. Her card's right there. And like you said, she's also in the welcome home packet. So anybody new moving to town, turning on their utilities, provided one of those packets each quarter. And that then lets them know who in the community they can reach out to. It's a great resources packet.
It really is. And it's not expensive either.
No.
And then if you get a certain level or higher, it's included.
That's right.
I've noticed on the office side, the only issue is that I don't think a lot of these businesses realize the benefits that we offer them. They're not noticing. I went through when I did the welcome home packets a couple weeks ago. We had so many businesses that had the welcome home packet included, but they haven't taken advantage of it.
Oh, they haven't provided us with the
And I'll reach out and I'll try and get the materials from them, but they don't reach out back.
Yeah.
And that's a missed opportunity. That's included in your package, right, in your membership. Every single member from Classic and up can put their business cards in our lobby. We get visitors all the time. That's another benefit. The flyer rack, the bronze level and up can put their logo on the TV right above my desk, and that just flashes through all the logos all day long.
Yeah,
And
there's a lot of promotional opportunities that some take advantage of, others probably should, and others just forget that it's even an option. And you are right. We need to constantly be talking about that. That's something that Layla has been working on. Our communications director has been working on a lot more, is trying to share all of that messaging. We have a new investor relations director, Mr. John Barlow, and he is going to be out there also talking about those messages and also making phone calls and just reminding people, hey, in order to make sure that we meet all of the benefits that you've purchased over the year that you've invested in, we need you to take part on this or that. And there's always the flip side of that is also the opportunity to, you can be a member, you can be an investor in the chamber, but you don't have to be totally engaged in, and you can just simply have the recognition, the credibility, all of those things that having the chamber logo on your website, being able to say that you are an investor in the chamber means you're an investor in this community. And I think that people, they might have a couple different reasons why they're a member. You're a member and you've gotten a lot of great information out there, and people have been able to see and collaborate with you. Others, we've got another great member that's up in the industrial area that simply wants to contribute and give back to the community. They realize we do a lot of the special events. Their grandkids go to those events, and they just wanted to be a contributor. They're not open to the public. They can't even have the public in their location. And there's so many reasons to be a member on that spectrum, and we want to make sure we're catering to all of that and providing all those benefits to anybody who's interested.
I think my favorite one is the free landing page, and I pay for a website. I pay somebody to manage my website. And he does a great job. But he told me that since I joined the chamber, the amount of people that have gone to my website has increased.
Oh, great.
By a lot. I can't remember the exact numbers, but it's increased by a lot. And I'm getting more people are reaching out. It's been great. It's been a huge help. And I haven't even really done any advertising because I've been so busy trying to learn how to do my job here at the chamber. So I think it's a benefit that anybody can take advantage of. And it's not like it's expensive. It's not like we're asking you to give us all your money and all your time. It's just, it might take a little bit of extra effort to build the landing page or to put that together. But we're here to help.
Right.
You can call John. You can call me. My cell phone number is on my email and my business cards. Call me.
Right.
Text me. Whatever you need to do.
We sure appreciate you. We're so glad that you're available to those different investors, and we're grateful for you working at the chamber. Thank you very much for
I love
your
it.
willingness, and you bring a wealth of information and great tools in your tool chest, and so we're glad to have you. You've been fun. And so thank you, Bourbon Babe, for being a part of the show today, and we're hoping that all of our listeners get to take advantage of your great service, and I can see many opportunities in our future to be able to feature Bourbon Babe as one of our events. So thank you for being here today, Ms.
Thank
Ange.
you for having me.
We're glad to have you. This episode of the Best Damn Podcast has been a production of the Boulder City Chamber of Commerce. Please check out all the links and social media handles on our website as well at bouldercitychamber.com. You can find the Best Damn Podcast on all your favorite podcast directories. Like us and share on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Until next time, discover, explore, and unwind in Boulder City.